Oh shit! Okay, I guess I didn't get a count off tonight. All right. Well, I got to give a shout out to my man Daniel Adama, who wasn't able to help me on this one tonight. He's always got my back, but I tell you what, he's in Alice right now with our bros Marcus Leal from El Nino. He just announced that he's going to have twin girls at his reveal party last night. So much props to Marcus and El Nino. But thanks to everybody getting into the show today for the Tony Gomez Show featuring Flesh Hoarder in the fucking house today. Yeah.
What up, everybody?
We got Mike in the bottom right, and then we've got Nick Moreno on vocals on the bottom left. Gentlemen, so excited to have y'all. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Getting geared up and ready to rock and roll in the next couple of days, man. So I'm doing good. Been nice and busy.
Woo! I can't fucking wait. It's so exciting, man. Well, you know, I'm so anxious to see Flesh Hoarder on the Germania stage, dude. I've seen Hatebreed. I was there for Megadeth and the Trivium show probably about a year or two already ago. And that's just such a huge fucking opportunity to be in front of a Pantera and Lamb of God crowd. All the metalheads are going to come out. It's probably going to fucking sell out if it hasn't already. And I feel it. It's going to – Pantera's comeback is going to sell out. Just give it a couple more days, and it's going to be there. And
oh yeah, those shows look killer, man. I've been following the tour since the start of it, since they started doing their stuff last year. So I can't wait to get out there and watch those guys kill it every night too, while we can. So
last two times I went to Germania, Lamb of God was playing, so it's crazy to be up there with them. I didn't see that coming.
Right? Who would have thought? Right?
Yeah,
especially for a band like ours, man, we've been so underground forever, you know. So to be able to kind of get out of the grave, so to say, is pretty badass. So
yeah, for all of us, and you know, me personally, to play the Germania amphitheater is like a dream come true, man. You know, all of us, all four of us here have been to that venue one time or another. So for us to be able to go up and actually grace the stage, you know, with Lamb of God and Pantera is going to be is a really big deal for us, man. It's like our backyard. It's like we get to play our backyard, but it's you know, on a grand scale. So we got to go up and deliver, man. We got to go up and bring the house down. So can't wait
to go kill. Ready to kill.
Fuck yeah, you guys are gonna be so fucking savage, man. And I know you're just gonna be getting you're gonna be shocking some people with the heaviness that you're bringing to the fucking stage, but you're also gonna be gaining so much fucking new fans because, you know, at these kind of shows, Pantera, Lamb of God, they're going no matter who the opening acts are. Pantera, Lamb of God, they don't give a fuck, but they're getting a fucking bonus with the fucking death metal genre that a lot of folks maybe never even gave a chance, especially the Pantera crowd, you know, that have just heard a lot of, you know, Pantera on rock radio. And it's like, yeah, cool, we're going to bring our kids and this and that. They're going to fucking have a freaking night to remember after Flesh Hoarder hits the stage.
Oh, yeah, that's the idea, man. That's what we want to bring to the table, is bring this underground South Texas death that we've been doing for a long time. And it's, you know, to be able to be on the stage with those guys too at these venues is insane, man. Like I know some of the other guys have got to play some big stages and stuff like that, but having the opportunity and getting out of the small club type vibes that we're used to grace an amphitheater with the music we do, I can't wait to get out there and say our titles, honestly, you know.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Those are gonna be gruesome.
Holy crap! Are you gonna have a lot of merch?
Oh yeah, we are. We got a couple designs that I put together over the last few weeks or so, and they came out good, man. We just got them in a few days ago, awesome. So we'll have some merch out there for sale. The day of the show, we'll post some pictures up of what we got and see if people get interested in snagging something up. So we'll have some shirts and some hats and
selling out, bro. I have a feeling you're gonna be selling out because I know when I go check out a big band too, and if the opening band fucking blows me away, that's who I'm gonna end up grabbing a shirt from. Because you know what, I'll get the headliner somewhere else down the line again. But that
Right,
opening,
right.
being able to catch them, that's a once in a lifetime thing. So you're going to take advantage of that. So,
Exactly, man. We're definitely the underdogs on this thing for sure. So we got to go out there and bring it, you know.
fuck yes,
Like
yes,
even like walking into these shows, you know, because I've been gone for a little while, but besides all that, like just going into these Pantera shows with Flesh Hoarder, we were going over our set list, you know, and we have some fast songs, we have some brutal songs, and we got some groovy songs. So for us to be able to pick a nice chunk of songs to go up and present ourselves to such a massive crowd like this was kind of a hard thing to do, because from my perspective, we really had to focus in on which ones we really wanted to try to get in, you know, in our short time up there, you know. So it's gonna be heavy from start to finish. So you know, everybody who is going to be there early to catch us will definitely get a heavy dose of some Texas death metal. So it'll be something new for some folks, and hopefully something really refreshing for other folks. So hopefully it'll be a change of pace for everybody.
fuck yes, Mike. Yeah, well, let me get started. Nick, I want to ask you: Did you ever think there would be a chance of this happening with Mike being in the band one day, opening for Pantera or Soulfly?
Oh man, not. I mean, Pantera, maybe Soulfly, but Pantera, you know, man, it's a trip to me because I am a huge Pantera fan. I am, and like I was just telling my girl the other day, man, I remember begging my father back in '96 to take me to the Pantera White Zombie tour. So ever since that gig, dude, I've been sold on this shit, you know, and watching, especially Phil, me being a vocalist, watching now an idol of mine, to be able to go jam with these guys, it's like a dream kind of come true for me, man. Because I fucking love Pantera. I know I do, man. I got to see them a handful of times. You know, I know it's a different lineup now, but these guys are keeping true to the form and doing the old school Pantera. You know, Dimebag and Vinny, dude, they're doing them a justice, I think, man. So
I agree, Nick. I definitely agree. Those guys, I mean, both of them, Randy, but especially Phil, growing up through the years and hearing everything that you know through the '90s, man. Pantera fucking held strong and always kept fucking Texas metal alive worldwide, no matter what, on the billboards and underground, always touring Texas and giving Texas like fucking sometimes 8 or 9 dates in the run, because
right, man,
loved them and they gave it back to us, man. So
my nose is slightly to the side here after taking a bow in one of them pits back in the day.
I feel you. I got a scar above here where some guy fucking jumped into me and it looked like one of those boxing cuts. So
hell yeah, man. I get it. You know. We all got our battle scars in the pit for sure.
Absolutely, bro. If we get a little static, just be sure your phones are charged all the way, or maybe put a charger into it, because that happened one time where the static was kind of cutting in. All right, just
okay.
FYI. So yeah, that was, you know, I me being in my bands around here, I've got some other bands that I team up with, and I've told them, you said, you know what? Just be patient. We're going to be playing bigger shows. Something bigger is going to come along. And sure enough, something always has, man, because I always like to spread the love, man. Spread the love. And when you're working with good promoters, they know what to count on. So it's like, you know what? His other band kicks ass. I trust him. Bring them on. And everything's been working good. So I definitely would, if I was jamming with you guys in Flesh, I'd be thinking, oh, shit, let's keep our fingers crossed. Anything could fucking happen. And
yeah, man.
And it has happened.
We've been fortunate, I think, to open up for all of our favorite bands, right, Mike? Like Angel shit. We've got to open up for a lot of bands that we grew up loving, man. And to be able to share the stage with those dudes is unreal to me still, too, because I'm still such a big nerdy fan myself, man. Like,
hell yeah.
I'll try to take my stuff. I get my shit signed if I can or whatever,
That's
you know.
Right.
So
yes,
it's always an honor to grace the stage with all the bands we love, dude. So been fortunate enough to be able to do that.
Hell yeah. Gratitude, man. I appreciate that. That's just, it's humbling. That's good, man. Awesome. So let me get to Mike real quick. Mike, you know, I saw that video with you and Max and Wolfgang jamming in Portugal on stage doing Pantera's Walk. Tell me about that night.
Man, I'm still on a high from that night. Like, I woke up the following morning from that specific night, and it was like a vibe like no other. I remember being on the side of the stage. I was on the opposite side of where everybody was at. I was on Zach's side, and there was only a handful of guys over there on that side. And Philip's wife, Kate, came and snagged me and said, "You're going to come up and do Walk. You're going to come up and sing Walk." And she's like, "You're going to go up with Max and Wolfgang Van Halen." And she's telling me this as we're walking behind the backdrop to the opposite side of the stage. So we're walking behind the stage together, and she's telling me what's about to happen. And then immediately, it was just like my mind was blown about, you know, what was about to go down. And then we went up and we got to perform with Pantera in Portugal in this huge arena, and they were absolutely on fire that night. And I mean the crowd and the band. And it was just a very, very special moment with me being up there with my big brother Max, being up there with my big brother Philip, and then to have, you know, Zach, Charlie, Rex, and then Wolfgang Van Halen in the mix. It was just a moment that I'll never, ever forget, you know, for the rest of my life, that I can tell my kids and grandkids and forever. I was actually watching the video of that a couple days ago with my daughter and my sons, and it just took me back to that moment. But it was just a very, very cool moment in time that I'll just never forget. And I can't wait to see the show again, because that night in Portugal, to see Pantera in this day and age as a fan and a spectator, they were absolutely awesome, man. You know, everybody has their opinion, but go see the show. They're fucking on fire. The band is paying tribute. You can feel the emotion in the music. You can feel the emotion in the vocals and in the guitars and the drums and the bass. And it's a really heavy show. So, and I don't mean heavy as in just the music. I mean it's a heavy emotional show, man. It takes all of us back to that moment in time when we were high school kids growing up. You know what I mean? Jamming these songs. So I'm really looking forward to doing these shows with Flesh Hoarder, man. It's a dream come true, as they say, man. It's gonna be really special, really cool, and to do it in Texas now, you know. Fucking, it's you know, doesn't get any cooler than that. You can do it anywhere, but to play with Pantera in Texas, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. Right now, we're on a whole nother thing, man. So it's pretty cool. We're really looking forward to it.
Hey,
that Sunday gig too, right? Dimebag's birthday, August 20th, man.
Oh
so
shit!
We're actually very fortunate to be opening that gig on that day of all days, you know.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty badass when I realized that was going on that day.
Yeah, that's super big history right there. You know, that's pretty historic on, you know, like I said, on just a lot of levels for a lot of people. So it's pretty cool. It's really
definitely music history. You guys are going to be a part of that, man. Putting your piece on it, that stamp, that Flesh Hoarder stamp on it. Fuck yeah. Badass.
Proud to do it, man.
I know, right? Fuck yeah. Very proud to do it. Fuck yeah. Let me ask you this real quick while I'm on that note. Have all three of you guys been in Flesh Hoarder since the beginning of 2011?
Yeah.
Since the beginning of it all, yeah.
Hey, payback. Yes, fuck yeah.
A few bass player tagged one in, tagged one out, another bass player tagged back in again. So.
Oh, okay. Powerful. All right, I dig it.
Yeah, like, all three of us guys here, all three OGs of Flesh Hoarder, man. We were at the beginning, and 12 years later, us three guys are still here today. So it's really, really cool. It's pretty much the same band since day one, but like Nick said, it's just been a couple of bass players. And the cool thing is our bass tech for these shows that we're getting ready to do is our other bass player. So it's just a real tight little family of guys. You know, we're all in this together, man. So it's pretty big for us.
That's a winning team right there. It's a winning team. Hell yes. We're all sticking together. I'm telling you, it's a real brotherhood of metal that we exist in. It's so fucking badass.
Oh, yeah.
Angel, I want to ask you, what inspired you to pick up the axe and start shredding on guitar?
Man, it's crazy, but, you got to consider Dimebag big time.
Right.
I grew up with that Pantera. Even when I was a kid, you had Cowboys from Hell, things like that. I was listening to metal when I was a kid, thanks to my older brother, and that was one of the cassettes he had was Cowboys from Hell.
Yeah.
So I just followed them along the whole time. I even started watching the home videos again recently and kind of started thinking about, jamming them and then how this is coming up, and it's something you didn't expect to happen. The sequence of events, I guess, that happened and led here, it's like, man, it's a story on its own. So to think that you're going to be playing with the same dudes you watched on stage when you were a kid, kind of coming back full circle, it's surreal. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I never saw it coming, and I could have just, I don't know, like I feel like I should play the lottery. It was such a such a random occurrence,
Yeah, that's far out, dude. Hell yeah. Well, I remember being in San Antonio, and I don't remember the exact show that I saw before, but I got a flyer at the showcase in San Antonio, and it was going to be like 2 weeks later, Cowboys from Hell, Pantera was going to be playing there. And I'd only maybe seen the video like once on Headbangers Ball. So I was like, man, it sounds like a fucking badass show. Did any of you guys happen to make it to that first Cowboys from Hell gig over there in SA?
No. No, man. I was probably still learning how to do whatever at the time. I was like, what would that be, in 90, 91 or something?
Man, I want to say maybe even 88.
Man, I was probably in first grade.
Right?
First grade, yeah. I got into Pantera after the Cowboys from Hell years myself. I guess in like 90, 93, Vulgar Display of Power era. I remember buying that cassette tape back in the day at I think it was. I used to go to Flipside Records on the south side of here in San Antonio. So
yeah,
that's where I picked up a lot of my stuff up growing up, man. And ever since then it just evolved into every other Pantera record, and then getting deeper into underground stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. I was just curious because I remember seeing that flyer over there. First time I caught him was on Vulgar Display of Power up in Houston at I want to say it was called the Unicorn maybe, and it was supposed to be Trouble. Trouble opened for him, but it was supposed to be White Zombie, and White Zombie was on La Sexorcisto, and shit, I was like, that's gonna.
That's fucking sick, dude. I love that White Zombie album too. Honestly, I love those White Zombie albums.
Fuck yeah, those couple right there are killer. Well, let me get to the next one, man. I like that, Angel. Fuck yeah, the original, man, Dimebag Darrell, and now it's coming full circle. Fucking killer. And Nick, how about you? What inspired you to become, a death metal vocalist? Did you do something? Were you singing something else, and then you went harder with death, or was it just death from the get-go?
I guess growing up, okay, going back to actually getting to go to shows, I guess the first heavy metal show for me was Pantera and White Zombie. And watching Rob do his thing, and then of course for me, Phil is one of my idols for sure, as far as doing vocals and all that kind of stuff goes. Watching that dude and going to a few Pantera gigs after the fact, and still, just like, man, that's crushing, man. And I would always go back and read along to the lyrics with my Walkman and my cassette tapes is what I grew up with. And getting into just playing have a radio over here, another recorder here, and singing into the thing along. And after that, I guess my first death metal show, though, I went to see 6 Feet Under in 1998 on the Warpath tour.
Oh shit!
And of course, Barnes was already out, doing his thing, and I already was aware of him doing the Cannibal stuff growing up too. So, seeing that dude jam at that gig, the White Rabbit, February 12th, I think it was, 1998, and watching that guy do his thing, and oh man, I just got captivated by this vocalist being a fucking monster up there, and after that, jamming the Warpath album, Haunted album, in my bedroom at the time in front of a mirror, just singing along and shit, man. Like,
cool.
I can say ever since then is when I started, wanting to do these kind of vocals and getting into writing and those type of things, man.
Oh, well, speaking of writing, who writes the lyrics for the band?
I've written all that stuff myself. So.
Oh shit, those are fucking sick fucking titles. You're a sick motherfucker.
It takes time, man. I do beat myself up over it because I have saturated myself in death metal and black metal so much that I'm trying not to be a ripoff in a way, and trying to have my own spin on things, which. I do beat myself up over it. I'm like, I can't. What am I gonna do? What's gonna be the next thing, man? What's gonna be the next thing? And coming up with those titles to following along with the lyrics can drive me insane after a little while. But after it's said and done, then I'm like, it's just fucking got it.
That's right. It's worth it. Speaking of titles, man, I gotta bring up some of these titles, dude. A song I played on my show. Just a few days ago, because I drop a weekly show called The Downbeat, man. I knew I was keeping my fingers crossed that today was going to happen. So I put that, Flesh Hoarder, here's a little taste. So I put out Ingesting Excrement. So I love the fucking title of that one right there, dude. That's sick. And then
dude.
How about Gagging on Regurgitated Stew? Oh, yeah. That's tasty. That's a good one. And then the demo, fucking
I think
the menstruation. Oh,
yeah, that's definitely become like our Cannibal Corpse's Hammer Smashed Face or something. Oh, I think Infatuation has become our thing with that for sure.
Yeah,
that was one of the first songs we ever wrote as a band, actually, too, man.
Yeah,
my fucking earpiece fell out, but yeah, that was I could say that was one of the first songs we ever wrote, and lyrically one of the first songs I started putting together. Honestly, after blasting a lot of anal blasts.
Right.
That reminds me of an anal blast song.
Yeah, that's right. I got the.
I love anal blast. This shit's fucking sick.
That's where I got the inspiration for Infatuation with Menstruation. I went to see Anal Blast in 2008. And then not long after that, Don Decker died. And I was actually a big Anal Blast fan. So I was like, what can I do my tribute to this dude, man?
I like that.
That was like my thing with it too, and wanted to keep it gruesome and gross and just disturbing,
Well done. One other thing I want to point out: Hogtied and Deep Fried. Who came up with the sample, and is that from a movie? Before that,
yeah, that was in a movie I saw in 2008, and the movie's called Trailer Park of Terror. So if people want to go find where that sample's from, that was from this movie called Trailer Park of Terror, man. And that's a fun flick to watch. Still a fave of mine too. And it's just some sick. You go check it out, man. I can't get into it too much, but yeah, go watch the movie and it's fun.
Hell yeah, right? That sounds badass. That's a heavy ass fucking jam, and I love the title. Fuck yeah, Hogtied and Deep Fried. Everything tastes a little better fried.
Oh yeah, we wanted to bring some Texas barbecue to the flavor there, man.
Oh, that's kick ass. Well, let me see. Next question I got, Mike. You've been playing with Soulfly over the past 6 months, and that was the last time I had you on the show. And is there anything that you're looking forward to playing on your set from Flesh Hoarder this time around? When you're opening Pantera, any favorites? Like, I know picking the songs was hard, like you were mentioning a little while ago, but was there like maybe one or two that you knew these motherfuckers are going to be there?
Yes. I was actually thinking about this the other day while I was over in Europe. As I just got home, but this next coming week, I'm like stoked to get back in the van with the guys. You
Yeah.
know, me and my brothers, you know, that have been, you know, together for so many years, even before the band Flesh Hoarder, we were already friends. So I'm stoked just to get in the ride and just and stop at all the gas stations and late night munchies and just laughing and hanging. And then when we hit the stage and we have our few minutes of time up there, yeah, like infatuation with menstruation. It's like you said, it's the first song we wrote, and it's a groovy, heavy song. So I'm looking forward to jamming that one. And you know, I don't want to give the whole set away, but we released a video for a song a couple of years ago, and I'm really looking forward to jamming that song from that video. If you know the song, and you know, it's just gonna be it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be a good set. Looking forward to getting the crowd reaction and seeing how the pit is, and you know, everybody banging their head to the groovy, more heavier style, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Even the intro, even what we're gonna come out and just start with, you know, I'm looking forward to that shit right there, right out the bat, man. It's gonna be fun.
Fuck yes, dude. I'm gonna take a wild guess that the video might be for Dwelling with Hatred. All right.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, it keeps me guessing. Like you said, we don't want to give away the set list. We want to keep us, even me, guessing.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be really, really good. I can't wait.
Well, both your fucking album fucking covers are sick, dude. Who does your artwork?
We had a buddy of ours, an artist we met cruising Facebook and stuff like that, and his name is Rudy Gorging Suicide is what he goes by, and he's helped me out a lot over the years, coming up with a lot of the merch designs that we work with, and the first album, Homicidal Necrophile, he did that one for us, which ended up in Jeff Walker's book. What was it called, man? Remember that book? Yeah, it was. It featured a lot of badass underground art in there, and I'm happy to say that Homicidal Necrophile made that book. So that was pretty cool. And Rudy's badass, man, because I have whatever idea I have in mind, man. I'll send him a story, and we'll start working off that story, and he nails it every time I work with him. So
badass.
He's a badass artist. So he did that one, and for the second album, Relic of Putrescent Filth, we had a guy from Russia actually that we got in contact with, and his name is he goes by Armada Art, and he was sick to nailed the story to the T with what I had in mind for that particular batch of art. So shit. We've worked with him, and another artist we worked with on a few batches, a few pieces of merch was John Zig. So another good friend of ours. So had a few different artists, but I guess my main one that I've been working with for a long time has definitely been Rudy.
That's tight, man. Hell yeah, keep him in the blend, man, for sure.
Rudy also helped us with the merch that will be out on the Pantera run.
That too.
We have a brand new design that will be posting up here in the next couple of days, and our good friend Rudy helped us design that t-shirt. And just like Nick said, they worked together on it, and from my point of view, he fucking nailed that t-shirt, man. I think it's going to be great.
Ooh, fuck yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah, he's a badass artist.
You gonna have some dates in the back of that shirt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I pieced it all together working with Rudy over the last few weeks, man. And he's like I say, he's a badass in his own way, and I like working with the dude a lot, honestly. So, cheers, Rudy, if you see this, man.
Fuck yeah. Shout out, Rudy. Hey, real quick, while we're thinking about shout outs, I want to say hi to the guys that are joining us in our chat room. I'm going to back up a little bit, see if you recognize some of these names. Let's see. Hey, Manuel. What's up, Manuel? We got Juan Gutierrez from Ohio chiming in saying Flesh Hoarder is fucking sick. We got Yazel Demise. We got Jake Miller. We got Matt Day. We got Rob, uh,
Oh,
Megimani.
Matt Day, Architectural Genocide. Matt, what up, Matt?
What's up, you
Hey,
guys?
and of course, giving props, one of the sickest bands ever in Texas. And let's see, we got Todd and Todd A to me, White Zombie and Pantera toured like 2 years on that. Yeah, they remember that. They were giving a shout out to Hogtied and Deep Fried. Andrew saying what's up, and Aaron Johnson, what's up? Thanks for joining the show, guys.
What's
Hell
up,
yeah.
guys, man? Thanks for being here.
Let's see what I wanted to hit up next, man. Angel, who produced the Relic album, man? Because I could tell the progression and the production, man. Who put that one together for y'all?
So we pretty much DIY'd it. You know, we
okay.
We tracked it. I think we even went through a couple of sessions. I don't know. Like we were just trying to. We didn't. I remember the original production kind of came out clean. I know that sounds like, what do you mean clean? Like, yeah, and we were just like, nah, you know, coming from that the first album, which one of our buddies did, sounded more, you know, garagey, I guess, more dirty. So we wanted to have a little bit of grit on it, you know. So we just did it again and just made sure that it sounded how we wanted to. And then we sent that off with man, I forget the guy's name, but we went through NSC. The guy who Daniel, he knew somebody, and he sent it to him. I think he's done like a bunch of Badass Underground mixing, like probably Gorgasm, I think, like just a bunch of different stuff, if I remember correctly, and just kind of like was like, hey, here's like what we have, just, you know, do your thing or whatever. And that's what we got back, and I thought it sounded pretty badass. It still sounds pretty gnarly, I think, but different from the first album. But I think honestly there is a big difference between the first and second album, I think, where it's like the second album's kind of more of like a story. I feel like it's more like a beginning to end album, where like the first album is kind of just us like getting together and making some nasty shit, you know. So I think on the second one it was probably a little more polished, you know, but we did it a lot faster, I think, which is kind of crazy. We had made songs. I think we all did that like within a year or something, because we took too long to make the first one. So we're like, dude, we need to do another one right away. We just got in there and just started hammering out songs, and then just recorded it again, and then got it finished, you know?
Yeah.
A lot
so we got to do that again, I think.
A lot of it, if I remember correctly, I believe was done during the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Angel?
Yeah, I want to say we started, you know, writing one summer, or maybe yeah, that sounds about right, because I remember we had a couple of songs, and then all that shit went down, and then we were like, okay, I guess we got time to write music, you know. So we put that together, and I think that's what kind of helped us kind of scrap stuff here and there on the fly, was because we had time, you know. We couldn't do anything else, so it's like,
yeah, I remember us being in quarantine and nobody seeing each other for a little bit, and then it was almost like we had to secretly get together to jam, and like we couldn't tell anybody because we were trying. Like it was just a weird moment in time, and we were trying to get together in the jam room or get together in one of our friends' garage. You know,
Andrew.
Just to make some noise, man, and it was almost like you didn't want nobody to know you guys were getting together to jam because the COVID was going on. But it was honestly, I remember also being really refreshing after not seeing my brothers, you know, for a bit, finally cranking up the amp and cranking up the drums and everything. I really remember it being like, man, this is something that we all need. We needed to get together to make some noise, because it was just like wheels taken away from everybody for a little bit. So, and it was almost, I mean, just to keep going real quick, it was almost got us more focused if that makes any sense. We were, even more focused at that moment in time while we were writing this album, and that's why it came out, I think, the way it did on the album, on the recording too.
Yeah, thanks to our buddy Andrew Caldwell out there in San Marcos too, who let us use his garage over that time period too, man. If it wasn't for him, I mean, we didn't have anywhere to jam,
How hot was it in there, right?
Oh man, it was like over the summer too, right? Hashing out songs, burning up in 110-degree weather.
Yeah,
like it is right now. Shit.
Yeah, right now, but in a garage.
Garage, and that's where we were writing the album.
Sweatshop.
Big time, right?
So it sounds a little bit angry, I guess.
We were like in masks at some point. We were like jamming, and we'd be in masks in the room and shit, just try to.
Yeah. I think I was the only one unmasked because I'm trying to do my thing, man. Everybody else is. It was a weird time.
Other bands went through the same thing, but for us, it was all brand new, man. It was so.
We didn't stop. I think the important thing was we were like, besides all the bullshit, we were just like, no, we have to, like if this is gonna fucking kill us, I guess we're gonna die doing this, like. If not, what's the fucking point?
We're going out happy.
I mean? Yeah. So we just kept, we kept playing and we were able to put out a product. We didn't stop and be like, well, hey guys, let's sit back and let's weather the storm. No, we got to keep fucking moving.
Thank goodness y'all didn't take that approach, man. You stayed busy, stayed productive, and maximized the time that you had. And you're right. So much. When you say that moment in time, I remember feeling guilty about getting together with my bros to get a practice going. And I didn't want to tell my family, outside of my wife and kids that are right there, because they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you're going to do that. You don't know where they've been or where you've been. And it was so, nobody knew shit. Yeah. We didn't know shit. And so the guys are showing up with masks, and I couldn't fucking sing with the mask on. I had to take it off. And so they're kind of thinking, well, I hope Tony's not going to get me sick. And, you go one practice at a time, just keep your fingers crossed, and everything got, thank goodness, worked out. But, there were so many other artists during that COVID time that maximized their time just like you guys. So at least you did your part. You didn't watch the fucking carnival go by, man, because it took off by the streaming and Zooming and shit like that. People found a way to get together, even if they couldn't be in the same room. They were able to fucking make it happen, and you guys were able to make it happen. And thank goodness, because we didn't have to wait too long for another year to get some more flesh water. You already had that shit ready to drop.
Definitely.
Well, fucking, that's the way we ought to be, man. Thank you. Let's see. I got some more shit for us right there. Who came up? No, I already checked out that one right there. I had to ring up that fucking Hogtied, man. I want to make sure I didn't miss that. But let's see. Mike, real quick, last time you were on the show was 6 months ago. So tell me, during that 6 months run, what were your 3 favorite gigs when you went around the world?
That's a good question. Well, we did 10 weeks in the United States and 7 weeks in Europe. Top 3 shows. Okay. Number 3, we played a beautiful amphitheater a couple of weeks ago in Bulgaria. So Bulgaria, number 3. Number 2, okay, I want to say number 2, just checking off the list because I never played there before, would be in Baltimore, Maryland, where they do the Maryland Death Fest at the Baltimore Soundstage. I always wanted to play there, so to check that off the list was pretty cool. And for sure, the favorite one, and I really hope the guys get to see this, but a couple of weeks ago, it was a last-minute gig, and Soulfly went from playing like a 20,000 festival to we played this little club that held 115 people, and it sold out in 30 minutes, and it was in Switzerland, and the name of the place was the Martini Club, and it was a hole in the wall, like a room that only held 100 folks, man. It was so small, but it was the best show because I got to feel like I was in the garage again jamming for all my buddies, and it was just like we got to bring our show to everybody, right? Very intimate, It was awesome, man. So shout out to the Martini Club, man. Great vibes. I want to go back and play there. So top 3 shows right there, man.
Badass. What I really loved is that last show was a more personable, more in your face kind of show. I love that, man. You never lost your underground roots, man. You love it, and it's so evident in you and keeping Flesh Hoarder a part of your priorities in your music career. Always,
yes.
fuck.
Always.
That's badass. And speaking for Nick and Angel, I had a band called Killamora, and my bass player and my drummer both left the band for about 7 months to go tour with Devastation overseas, when Devastation was doing an anniversary for their Idolatry album. So I was like,
sick.
there goes my bass player and my drummer. Oh, fuck. But you know what? More power to you. I fucking want you to go over there and fucking kick ass. You do it for me.
Yeah, man.
And that's, it feels like you're there. You know what I mean? And since that little time that I've known Mike, I felt a little bit a part of experiencing all those little fucking, everything he's posted, you feel like you're almost being there with him, man. Because he just has a great way of sharing that moment with you. You almost feel like you feel a little bit of what he's feeling right there. Thanks for sharing that road trip, Mike. It was fucking been great seeing all those places and people you've been meeting and interacting with all the fans. Fucking very cool. Even when the one I was running into today was when you ran into one of the Step Brothers, John C. Reilly.
Yes, like that's a whole one in itself right there, man. That was pretty crazy right there. Well, one thing I want to say on the subject while we're talking about it is always while I'm away, and these guys know, is I talk to them daily. Like, even though I'm out around the world, we still have our little chat, and we're keeping up with each other, seeing how we're all doing, planning out our stuff that we got coming up. So, it's not like when I leave, I am leaving. Mentally, I'm still trying to keep up with Flesh Hoarder and still trying to keep in the loop on everything, and then letting them know, everything that I'm doing too. So it's always try to keep it as ground level as possible while still going out there and rocking those those stages with Soulfly, man. It's just going from one band to the next and strapping that guitar on and fucking going, man.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. You guys are very blessed to have each other. Fucking A. That's a real hell of a brotherhood of a band you got there. Fuck
oh,
yeah.
Man. Being a vocalist, I will say I'm very blessed to have the guys that I do with me, man. Yeah. Mike, Angel, Renee, our other bass player Adam, our other bass player Jason. Yeah. As a singer, I've been very fortunate to be able to have these guys have my back and get out there to be able to do my thing, man. Very fortunate to jam with badass musicians such as these guys.
Yes, fuck yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, let me ask you this. Nick, where were you and what were you doing when you heard the news about Flesh Hoarder getting the opening spot for Pantera?
Man, probably just hanging out here at home, man. I'm more of a little bit of a homebody these days for sure.
Okay.
Hanging out here at home, probably I think it was a Friday afternoon, so that put me here at home doing my Friday afternoon chores, if you want to say that shit. Tidying up and all that kind of stuff, man. And I remember Mike shooting me a text. I honestly think I was in the middle of shaving my dome and just kind of, doing my thing. And I see the text, and I think he called me. He actually called me, and he was like, "Dude, are you not getting my messages?" And I was like, "Wait, no, hold on, man. I'm all full of fucking hair or some shit." And we start talking about it. I go back and look, and I'm like, "Oh my God, for real?" Had to do a double check and just kind of stood there in awe for a minute, man, staring at myself in the mirror, full of hair or whatever. I'm just like, so that's probably, and then pretty sure that's what I was doing when I got the news.
How about you, Angel? How did you feel and how did you react when you heard the news?
Like, as far as like when I heard that we had the opportunity to do it, or like when it actually came together, because when we got asked
first word of it.
Oh yeah, when they asked us, I was like, is this a fucking joke? Like, there's no way. There's no way. And they're like, oh yeah, with Lamb of God and like Pantera. The fuck? Like, you know, it's one of those like pinch me moments. Like, is this serious? Okay. And then we were still talking about it. Like, yeah, of course we're gonna do it. Like, no matter what. Like, fuck it. I'll quit my job. I don't give a shit. Like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So when we were talking about it, it still wasn't registering. Like, okay, like we're going through all this management emails and all this shit, and I'm still like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then like the day came around where like Pantera made the announcement that we were gonna play with them on these shows, and I was like, oh shit. Like,
holy shit.
Yeah, like this is really, really, really happening. So yeah, I don't know. Like it's like even right now I'm still like, damn, like this is like happening. It's still kind of shocking, honestly.
We're leaving them. We're getting ready to leave, man. It's crazy. Yeah.
Right. Oh shit. And Mike, how about you? Did you hear from Phil?
I actually, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Always, I was cooking in the kitchen that I manage here in town. I was on the fry station, holding it down, and I got the text message, and it was from I always call her my sister, sister Kate. That's Philip's wife. She's we're all family, and she reached out and she pretty much started to get the ball rolling, and she was asking if Flesh Hoarder would want to play some shows with Pantera, and I started just freaking out, like Flesh Hoarder and Pantera and Lamb of God, and honestly, at first it was just going to be a couple of shows, and then she was like, and if y'all want to do even Arkansas, you guys can do that one. So we got offered another one, so it ended up becoming 3 gigs, and
yeah,
I shout outs and all that. We all really got to say thank you to Philip and to Kate, because without Housecore Records and without them too, all the bands that are on all the shows, none of this would be possible without, them and their awesome record label, So big thank you to my big brother Philip, man, for looking out for the underdogs, man, like he always does, and giving us the opportunity to go play our tunes, So when I found out, I was just very, very ecstatically happy about it, man. And honestly, I've got to do some cool stuff, which is totally cool. But I was really, and I mean this, really, really happy for my brothers in Flesh Hoarder, because now we get to do it as a band. We've been going at it for so many years. It's something that we've really worked hard for, man. And like they say, blood, sweat, and tears. So I'm just really, really happy to be able to go grace these big stages 3 times and look over, and I get to see Angel, Nick, Adam, and Renee. And it's just gonna be a big deal for all of us, man. And it's just I'm stoked it's actually happening, and with it being 3 days away, it's.
Yes.
All the 3s are there, man. Like the 3, the Pantera 3, man. They're everywhere. So, and then I honestly, real quick, do not want to forget the homies, my longtime brothers in Lamb of God. I've known the guys a while. They're super awesome, super fun to be around, and they always bring it live. No matter where they are, they always bring an awesome show. Lots of whoop ass, as I would say, man. So, it's going to be a triple package, 3 bands. So, more 3s, man. I can't wait for the shows and for the opportunity. I can't wait to jam, man. It's a big deal. So, 2 of the biggest bands in heavy metal and the return of Pantera celebrating for the brothers up above, man. It's going to be awesome, man. We're stoked.
Super awesome, fucking incredible, history making. I mean, there's Pantera, there's Slayer, there's Metallica, and you guys are doing Pantera. And right there, the new gods are going to be, the new kings are going to be Lamb of God. It's going to be them. It's just a matter of time. But you guys are there sharing it. You know, they're building a brotherhood with these guys, and you guys are always going to be friends, man. It's going to be amazing. Now it's going to be, you know, Nick's going to be able to say, hey, dude, I can hit up Phil whenever, hit up Randy. You know, we had a great time on the road. You know, we hung out, we boozed. You guys just got memories that are just, it's going to be so unforgettable.
We're going to be in catering with them. We're going to be over, and I'm going to look over and see Randy.
Little lunch line.
What kind of dressing do you put on your salad? You know, it's gonna be a blast, man. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm stoked on the after parties when everybody is done for the day, and we all can just hang out and just, you know, that's just bullshit and bullshit, you know, those are the best times right there. Show's over. You know, how's the family? How's the wife and kids? How's everybody doing, man? So it's those are always the good times right there. Heading off to the next show.
I will say, and we've played a lot of gigs over the years, and this has probably been the most nervous I have ever been personally to go do these specific gigs, man.
Yeah,
it feels like it's a new chapter for us in a way, and hopefully open some more doors to get us out there and show everyone what we can do, man. So.
Yes, man, that's what I want. I want to open some new doors by this run, where, you know, other people are going to be seeing you and they'll be like, fuck, these guys, we need to hit them up. So-and-so's tour is getting ready to come on. Let's maybe get these guys co-headline with them. Something's going to happen, because that's why these things work. It's just going to happen. So you go out there and fucking deliver like you never have before, Nick, and the rest is going to fall into place. Fucking
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the plan. That's the plan, man. Just go out there and fucking kill. So
yes, kill.
That's what we got to do.
Let me ask you this. On a separate note, and it's really about the future, and I mentioned something like that when I was talking about describing the show tonight. When I mentioned the future, I sent Mike a little it was a song that was redone by AI, artificial intelligence, and it's You Shook Me All Night Long. That was done by Johnson from AC/DC, but now AI's done it in Bon Scott's version, and it sounds fucking good. It sounds real good. All the different dynamics that Bon brings, and the imperfections and things that make Bon so fucking perfect come out in that song. And it's, you know, the way I see it is AI's fucking, it scares the shit out of me already. And now they infiltrated my life by getting into my music. And I still, one thing AI can't take away is that presence of a live band. That'll never be hated. And I think that's what guys like me and you there's no substitute from going out there and killing it live with our presence, with our passion, with our heart. And as far as the record companies go, they can do shit like that and make a fucking small fortune just because they're using computers and shit. And that kind of takes all the creativity out from being the artist. And it also takes a lot of, you know, money out of other people being able to make it because they're doing it artificially. What do you think about that stuff, guys? AI and music.
I will right out the bat say.
Right. Stay the fuck out, right?
I see Terminator.
Yeah. There's a lot of fakes. Of course, you have that word posers, you know.
Right.
AI's a fucking poser.
Eventually the true will still be around, man. You can't go fake that shit playing that shit live, you know what I mean? You either got it or you don't, kind of thing. And yeah, you can make music at home all day. Go to the show and try to pull that shit off then, you know? So
like me personally, I play a lot of shows, and I play every single show. I'll put this on record. Real. You'll never see Mike DeLeon playing anything to a track ever. I'm always playing for real. If I hit a wrong note, which I hope I do, it lets you know but I'm hitting the wrong note, you know? So I would rather hit a wrong note any day live than to have it sound so perfect that I don't even have to play the guitar and I'm up there faking it. I would rather hit, I would rather hit a wrong chord or just I'd rather have my amplifier go out than to go than to go fake it. You know, I want to hear some real guitars. I want to hear some real drums, and I want to hear some real vocals. You know, even if it's not the best, hey, give it your best. That's all you can do. You know what I mean? So all that fake AI shit for me, it's gotta go. I know it's coming in. It's the thing right now. I can't do anything about it. And whatever the future holds, it's coming, you know. But I just hope guitar players and music lovers out there, after we're gone, keep the guitar alive and keep the distortion on and keep that put the guitar to the cab and let's hear 2 minutes of feedback. You know what I mean? Let's hear some real shit. I would rather hear that than hear it faked all day, man. That's just my 2 cents.
And what do you think, Angel?
Man, I was thinking about, you know, how I said earlier, like it all goes full circle. I think, say if like AI were to be a thing, there would be people who don't even know that they're listening to AI actually know that they are, you know, and they're going to kind of like feel it. Like they're like, this doesn't have feeling. This is kind of stale, you know, it's fucking manufactured housing. You know, eventually it's going to be like, you know, you want that dude who fucking tossed his guitar 20 feet in the air, you know, cracked his fucking head, you know, like you want that feeling. You're gonna look for it and you're gonna seek it out, and then there's gonna be somebody to fill that void. You know, you want to be that person, you know, especially if you're a musician. Right. You hang it up and fucking start serving the robots. You're gonna be a robot, you know. Fuck them.
Getting good. I like that analogy right there. Hell yeah, yeah. So our part is first of all not to serve into that shit.
Exactly.
Shit. Keep it organic. Keep it coming real from the practice rooms to the recording studio to the crowd. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like Metallica showed us. You know what I mean? You fucking go out there. You hit the road. You pay your dues. Good things fucking happen to you.
Sometimes you sound like shit. Sometimes you sound amazing. And there's good accidents that happen. You know, like you know,
you gotta pay your dues. You know,
exactly. Like you didn't mean to do that, and it sounded great. You know, like shit happens.
That's right. Fuck yeah. Okay, man. Well, I wanted to pick your brain on that real quick. Before we wrap things up, man, I want to ask you a few questions real quick. I have a little segment called Draw the Line, and I kind of want to ask you about a couple of bands, well, several bands, and see which ones you think are your favorites. All right. So let me see. I'm not trying to stump you, but I kind of want to see where you go on some of these. They might be kind of comparable to each other. So the first one I want to talk about today, the first one is going to be, I'm going to start with you, Nick. It's going to be Deicide versus Morbid Angel.
Which one you man. I'm going with my dad, Glenn Benton, and Deicide. I'm a Deicide freak, dude. I have a decent collection of Deicide old school shirts and any other Deicide product I could get my hands on, dude. I love Morbid Angel. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love Morbid Angel. I do, but Satan and Glenn and Deicide is my thing. I'm going with Deicide on that one, brother.
Okay, Mike, how about you? Deicide versus Morbid Angel.
Man, that's a little tougher for me because I love both bands. I am going to go with Morbid Angel, and the reason why I'm going with Morbid Angel is because more of the guitar playing technique. Trey Azagoth definitely brought a whole nother realm of guitar, breaking guitars down, making some real cool sounds and going against each other sort of riffs and stuff. So, but I love Deicide. I just saw them 3 or 4 days ago in France for the last day of my tour. They played Legion all the way through and absolutely crushed. So I love Deicide. Pay homage, you know, they're both right there. But because of the wild guitar playing, I'll go with Morbid Angel.
Cool. Angel, how about you? Deicide versus Morbid.
Man, that's a tough one, but yeah, definitely Morbid Angel for me. I always kind of thought my style was kind of like them. Like it just kind of it meshes with me very well.
Yeah.
And I remember like one of my favorite shows was we played with Morbid Angel. It was their like Covenant show where David Vincent came back and they did that tour. And that was like one of my favorite shows. And plus, since I lived in Austin for years, like I've been luckily been able to talk to David Vincent a few times, and he's a really cool dude. Even one time, me and Nick went to this place called the Gas Station in Bastrop, the Texas Chainsaw place, and he was there, and like we pretty much just shoot the shit the whole time. I was like, damn, this is fucking sick. Like I never thought like I'd be hanging out with David Vincent.
That was awesome, actually, man. And he had vinyls for sale, got all that shit signed. Dude, he was honestly, he was a class act, dude. He was awesome to hang with and shoot the breeze and talk about those old school Morbid Angel days. That was badass.
Yeah,
and, all while eating some badass Texas barbecue that the gas station offers as well.
Yeah,
it was a killer. It was a killer day.
Yeah, so maybe I guess. Of course, I was showing some favoritism because he's here, where we are. But I think a lot of it just goes down. I love that fucking heavy, sludgy, nasty guitar work, and the blast beats. Like that shit fucking does it. Yeah, does it for me anyway.
Fuck yes, fuck yeah. Second one, couple of heavy hitters here. How about Ingested versus Thy Art Is Murder? Nick, you first. Ingested versus Thy Art Is Murder.
Oh man, I'm very picky with my metal these days.
All right.
So you have Ingested versus Thy Art Is Murder. I can honestly say either one I don't really jam, but I have jammed Ingested a little more. So if I had to choose one, I'll choose Ingested over Thy Art Is Murder.
All right. Okay, cool. Mike, how about yourself?
This is an easy one for me. My answer will be Devourment.
Oh shit!
Damn, I didn't know that was an answer.
Yeah, that's my answer to that question right
there. All right, how about Angel? What do you think?
Man, I don't know because I'm not really familiar with either one.
Okay.
I guess I'm old, man. I don't know.
That's all good, man. The Ingestion's been coming around. They're from overseas, and so is Thy Art Is Murder. They're from Australia. I haven't caught either band, but both of them are fucking pretty brutal in their own fucking game. And just wanted to pick your brain on that one. Let's hit these next ones. How about Broken Hope versus Gore Guts?
Nick? Oh man, I'm going with fucking Broken Hope, man. That's a no-brainer for me. I love Broken Hope, man. I love all those first 4 albums, really, dude. From Bowser Repugnance to, the last one they do with Joe Piacek. What was it called? Grotesque Blessings. Okay. I'm a Broken Hope freak just as much, too. I remember I could tell you a cool story. There was I'm an eBay freak as well. So I have some old Broken Hope shit, and I saw another Broken Hope long sleeve. Actually, my wife. She was watching a particular long sleeve for me, and I've been trying to bid on it and stuff like that. So I bought a $135 Broken Hope. Man, what's the name of that tour now? So I'm going blank now, but it's from '95. But I'm a freak about that stuff, so I'm a Broken Hope dude.
Yes.
I got my $130 long sleeve stashed away that I like to stare at from time to time.
God damn, man.
I know, man. I'm a maniac. I am a maniac with the underground. I am.
That's tight. Hey, I love that. Broken Hope's for fucking. They're the shit. So, what do you think, Mike?
Yeah.
Broken Hope, Gore Guts?
I will go with Broken Hope for sure. Although, real quick, we did a show with Gore Guts a few years ago as a 3-piece Flesh Hoarder this one specific night. Some of the other guys couldn't make it, and we did a little 3-piece Flesh Hoarder set, and we got to open for Gore Guts, and they were actually very cool guys and really, really cool. But in the realms of the music world, I will go with the more brutal Broken Hope for sure, man.
I dig it, and I really respect doing the 3-piece and not canceling the show, taking advantage of it and just doing it. Fuck yeah. We can't help it. Sometimes, your bro's going to be sick. He gets called into work. Maybe it's just a matter of timing. Some shit's going to happen, but so awesome. Fuck yeah.
It happens, man. Fucking shit happens. Stuff comes up. You never know. And
yeah,
it was who was there? Me, Mike, and Renee did that one. I remember that shit. Got to hang with Luke LeMay. Hey, Mike, who else was there? It wasn't that dude from Cypress Hill. Didn't they play that gig, or am I tripping out about another one?
Yeah, that was a different one.
That was a different one. Oh, okay.
That was an overhit. Yeah, that was a different show.
Oh, okay. I'm getting them confused, but yeah. Luke LeMay is a class act too, man. Awesome character. Another old school death metal. One of the forefathers, I would say, man. Putting out Considered Dead. That's a badass album, dude. And then you have the Erosion of Sanity right after, which followed, I think it was.
Fucking sick.
Gorguts is sick too, man. Yeah.
Fucking sick, yes. Well, let's hit these ones. How about these two eras? Cannibal Corpse with Chris Barnes versus the Cannibal Corpse with Corpse Grinder on vocals.
This is a tough one.
Which one you? Hey, hold on real quick. I didn't get Angel on Broken Hope. Gorguts. Let me backtrack.
Oh yeah, I'll be quick. Yeah, of course I love both of them, but I think I'm gonna go with Gorguts, edging them out because I think they're more on my playlist. They're more frequent than Broken Hope is, just slightly, but they are. Considered Dead is one of my favorite albums.
Fuck yeah. Way to make it happen. Okay, now let's go to that different Cannibal Corpse era. What do you think, Nick? Are you more Chris Barnes or you prefer the neck of Corpse Grinder?
Man, I love the Corpse Grinder stuff, but I am I am a Barnes fan, dude. I am. Even though there's some, he's kind of got a weird rap these days with certain people, blah, blah. I don't care about those things. I am a Barnes freak. And those first four Cannibal, especially to me, Tomb of the Mutilated being one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to have to choose Barnes, man. I love that old school Barnes stuff. Although I never got to see Cannibal with them. And my first time seeing Cannibal was with George, but
okay.
Growing up and getting into death metal, Chris Barnes.
Yeah. Fuck yes. How about you, Mike? What do you think? Which era do you prefer?
Man, I'm gonna straight down the middle. I love 50-50 both sides. I love Chris Barnes era just as much as I love the George Fisher Corpse Grinder era. Obviously, they have more albums now with Corpse Grinder than they did with Chris Barnes. But those first four Chris Barnes era Cannibal Corpse albums, I mean, I'd get those albums tattooed on me if I could, man. That's
Shit, you already got the Butcher baby, Mike.
I already got the Butcher that book, baby. Just like Nick and I'm sure Angel and a whole bunch of other guys. Those albums really laid the foundation. And then when, Corpse Grinder came in, that era kind of shifted into more of a, even a darker, more technical style era. And to this day, they're still the kings of death metal to this day. So, I'm right down the middle. I'll always support Cannibal Corpse, man.
Well said. Angel, how about you? Which one do you think? Corpse Grinder or Barnes?
Yeah, it's a tough one because two of my favorite albums are done by each of them. I think The Bleeding's probably one of the greatest death metal albums ever.
Yeah.
And I think Bloodthirst is one of the greatest death metal albums ever. So it's like 1 and 1,
Uh-huh.
And I think they have so many albums now, like you could kind of like match them all up together. It's like, well, which flavor do you want today? I couldn't say which one I prefer because even there was some of those cuts with Chris Barnes on, I think, Vile or something, and I was like, man, that sounds cool. Like it could have gone either way.
The Created to Kill sessions.
Yeah, it could have either one. Like to me, it's just the band is just they're just badass, right? Like
I just want to add real quick that my 9-year-old son Atlas, he is now a big Cannibal Corpse fan, just as much as his dad. and
badass.
it's really
Atlas, if you see this Addy,
to like talk to him and him telling me if I hear the new Cannibal Corpse song or hey, he's like, Dad, have you watched the new Cannibal Corpse video? And he's only 9 years old and he wears like today he's in a mortician shirt. You know, he's a really good kid. And for Cannibal Corpse, particularly that band, me and him have a little bond. You know, we could both be right there watching them, and he knows the words just as much as I know the words. So I gotta pay homage to the guys, man. They're one of those bands you can celebrate all ages nowadays and still get the gore and the death metal that you would, you know. So it's a pretty special place.
Fuck yeah. Very fucking cool. Wow. Yeah, the bond that we have with our kids when it comes to metal, if you have that, oh my goodness, man, it just feels so damn good. So damn good. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. So the last one I got, couple of heavy hitters, big time motherfuckers, been doing it for a long time. Pyrexia versus Suffocation. Nick, you're up at bat.
Oh, I'm going with my boys in Suffocation, man. Frank fucking Mullen, one of the fucking sickest, and then you have Terrence Hobbs. Shit, I love the old Suffocation lineup. There, you had Doug Cerrito, Terrence Hobbs, Frank Mullen up there killing it at the time.
Yeah,
dude. Mike Smith, badass drummer as well. That's a no-brainer for me, man. Suffo over Pyrexia any day. Fucking Pierce from Within, shit, can't fucking kill that thing, man. You know that. As old as that album is now, dude, it's still just as ferocious, you know.
Yeah.
Like it has withstood the test of time for sure.
Yes, I gotta say, I thought you were gonna go more Pyrexia because of the guttural vocals, dude. Like that Sermon of Mockery. Ooh.
Right. Don't get me wrong, I love Pyrexia too. I do love that Sermon of Mockery album, and then a few albums after. But
yeah.
One of the, I mean, if I had to pick between the two, man, I'm definitely picking Suffo.
I get it. Mike, how about you? How do you feel? Suffocation versus Pyrexia.
Easy answer for me, and I'm gonna take this hit of weed for my bro Terrence Hobbs real quick.
There you go. All right. Hell yeah.
My brother Terrence Hobbs, I love you, cuz.
Fired up.
No, for real. Terrence and the guys in Suffocation, all the band members, super sick riffs, super sick breakdowns. I could go on and on, album after album, even to this day. Once again, a band that still brings that death metal crunch. They're still gonna bring a thing called guitar riffs. You're still gonna hear riffs in death metal. So all day long, my weed smoking brothers in Suffocation.
Hell yeah. Angel, what do you think? Are you Suffocation or are you more Pyrexia?
So I think Sermon of Mockery is probably one of the fucking best albums ever. Like that album fucking rules.
Yes.
But it kind of teetered off for me after that. So I think honestly, like I love Suffocation.
That one was so fucking impressive, right there.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I will say too, the drummer on the Pierce from Within album, Doug Bond, we've got to hang with that dude in Austin a few times also. So that dude's a badass drummer too. That had some history with Suffocation on the Pierce from Within album. And cheers to Doug for fucking killing it on that one, because that's one of my fucking favorite albums too, man.
Killer. So what did you?
That fucking what was I saying? Yeah, Suffocation has too many bangers, and I think they're one of the death metal bands too, besides Cannibal and Morbid. I think that I always kind of felt like I gravitated to, you know.
Yeah,
I would definitely put Suffocation in the big four. Yeah, death metal for sure. They're one of the big four bands for sure, man.
Fuck yeah. Oh, guys, well, that's what I had for us today on Draw the Line, man. Thanks for sharing some of your favorites on there and telling me why you liked them so much. And I got some stories out of it, too, so that kicks ass. So let me share a quick story with you real quick. When it comes to Suffocation, the drummer's name I just fucking went blank.
Kevin Talley?
Yes, dude. No, not Tally. The guy they got right now.
Eric.
Phil. Yes, Eric. Well, his drum tech is David Lozano, who is the original drummer for Devastation, man. And me and Dave talk every fucking day, dude. Just like you guys keeping track when you're on the road. And fucking Suffocation. It feels like I got an inside track right there, man, because he's always talking about firing it up with Terrence and fucking hanging with the band and how much fun it always is on the tour bus and stuff. So
I like Dave. Dave's a good dude.
Absolutely. Very
Fire it up. Fire it up.
Yeah. You know it, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
we're birds of a feather. We flock together. Guys, thank you so much for making time for all of our listeners here on the Tony Gomez Show and talking about this. So such an exciting week that it's going to be such a game changer for Flesh Hoarder. It's going to be so fucking badass seeing you guys next Sunday. You're going to be already 2 dates under your belt. It's going to be so badass already. You're almost going to feel like veterans to a certain extent. It's like, hey, we're doing this again. Fuck yeah. So Arkansas,
going home.
you guys kick ass Tuesday. Thursday, is it Houston?
Yeah, the Woodlands.
Yeah,
and
Thursday.
the Woodlands.
Woodlands.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, man. Have you played the Woodlands before already, Mike?
I mean, like in the small little spots, but never at the pavilion. Yeah.
I've seen plenty of shows over there, and they're always great. And amphitheaters are always fucking a great time, man. It's you get that firing it up atmosphere. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be fucking tight. And then Sunday, I fucking finally get a chance to be there and see you guys. I'll be sending you some messages. Hey, where you at, Mike? Maybe meet me by the merch or something. See what's going on. Any Flesh Hoarder vinyls out there?
Not yet. Well, I do want to do that though. That's something I have had in mind, especially for the second album, because I think the Relic of Putrescent Filth Heart would look fucking badass on a vinyl, honestly.
And you know what? We're gonna be seeing Philip and Kate this next few days, and I really don't want to say anything because there's I don't want to start rumors or anything like that. But maybe we can get something going to where we could try to work with them to get the Flesh Hoarder album released on vinyl, and we can get it through the through the housecore label. It would be great to try to present something like that. So that would be pretty cool.
Maybe even just if it was like a 3-song or just an EP, man. Throw out a little 7-inch out there or something like that would be badass.
Would be super awesome. Yeah.
We're working, man. We're working on stuff. So
yeah, that's going to be totally doable, I think, man. That with the big heart that Kate and Phil have, and them having the ability to run housecore records and bring you guys into the mix already. Hey, let's let things run their course, and you guys just take care of bringing the fucking metal. Like I know you're going to be crushing it. The sickness, the savagery that is Texas death metal fucking Flesh Hoarder, bringing it Sunday. But like I said, if you're going to be in Arkansas, I'm going to be looking for some videos come Tuesday midnight or so for some YouTube videos of you guys hopefully jamming, and maybe from your bass player getting out there and fucking getting some footage. Keep them busy.
Great.
Yes.
We'll definitely be filming. There's going to be some, even on our end, we'll have some GoPros and some cameras set up, so we'll definitely be getting some footage, and we'll have some footage to definitely put out to commemorate these big shows.
It's going to be incredible. So excited for you guys. Please stay safe. Safe travels to you guys on the road to Arkansas. Enjoy all the fucking pit stops. Enjoy everything. That's what I like about Mike's attitude. He loves the whole package about touring. The brotherhood, the stops, the party afterwards, the grind, the practice before, the sound check.
Love
it is a grind, and it just he's made it. It's like I say, if you do a job you love, it's like never working a day in your life. And you've had you've had that blessing, and now you've been able to share this with the rest of the guys in the band. And fucking A, you guys have earned it. Get up there and fucking destroy it. Kick ass. Thanks for being on the show today, guys.
We'll see you on.
Thanks for having us, man. Thanks for having us.
Big shout out.
I honestly love watching these kind of programs when I'm kicking back on my own, man. There's some other kick-ass channels out there too, but thanks, Tony, man. This is awesome, man.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Angel, and thank you, Mike.
Real quick, I just want to send a quick shout out to But before we head into these shows, to our road crew coming out, you guys know who you are. All the guys besides us guys in the band, much love. We can't thank you guys enough for being a part of what we are about to walk into. So shout out to the Hoarder crew, man. It's gonna be great, man. We're gonna bring you the best show possible.
Huge respect to the Hoarder crew. Hell yeah. And thanks to everybody that chimed in the chat room, giving props and excitement to Flesh Hoarder and giving them all the support. Matt Day, Crystal, Mike, Mike's fucking shoot. Mike gave us a lot of love right in here, man. Hell yeah. Man, we got so much, guys. So many great people chimed in today to get a part of celebrating this great moment for you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great weekend. Get yourself set up for the show, and I'll be seeing you a week from tomorrow.
Awesome, man. We'll see you out there, brother.
God bless you guys, man. Keep grinding, everybody, and we'll see you guys at the Flesh Hoarder, Lamb of God, Pantera show.
Ay, 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 Angel.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers, you guys.
Fucking horns.
Yeah. We're out.